Imagine waking up one morning to find your city cut in half by barbed wire. Your job, your friends, maybe even your family, are suddenly on the other side, and you cannot reach them. This was the terrifying reality of Berlin. After World War II, Berlin was a ruin. It was divided into sectors controlled by the Allies. For a while, people could cross freely. They lived in the east but worked in the west, but tensions were rising. Then overnight on August 13, 1961, the border was sealed. Soldiers rolled out miles of barbed wire. The subway lines were cut. Windows of houses on the border were bricked up. The Iron Curtain had fallen, quite literally. The wire was soon replaced by concrete. It became a sophisticated death machine. There was the death strip, an area of sand and floodlights where guards were ordered to shoot anyone trying to escape. The city was physically scarred. On one side, West Berlin was an island of democracy and color, surrounded by a sea of communism. On the other, East Berlin was gray, monitored by the secret police. The contrast between the two sides was visual and emotional. People became desperate. They dug tunnels under the wall. They built hot air balloons. They hid inside modified cars. Some succeeded, but many died trying to cross those few meters of concrete. It was a tragedy playing out in slow motion. For 28 years, the wall stood. Then, in 1989, a mistake changed history. An official accidentally announced that travel restrictions were lifted immediately. Thousands rushed to the gates. The guards, confused and outnumbered, opened them. The scenes were unbelievable. Strangers hugged and cried. People climbed onto the wall, chipping away pieces with hammers. The barrier that had divided the world for decades was being torn down by the hands of the people. Look at Berlin today. It is a unified, vibrant capital. Where the death strip once lay, there are now parks, memorials, and modern offices. The scar has healed, though the memory remains. Potsdamer Platz, which was a desolate wasteland during the partition, is now a glittering commercial center with futuristic architecture. It is the symbol of the new Berlin, bold, open, and forward-looking. A section of the wall was kept as the East Side Gallery. It is the longest open-air gallery in the world. Artists transformed the symbol of oppression into a canvas of freedom. The famous Fraternal Kiss painting is here. Berlin became a magnet for artists and creatives. The low rents and abandoned spaces of the 90s gave birth to a unique culture. Today, it is famous for its techno clubs, art galleries, and diverse vegetarian food scene. The city is incredibly green. The Tempelhof airfield, once used for the Berlin airlift to save the city from starvation, is now a massive public park. People skate on the runways and grow vegetables in community gardens. You can trace the path of the wall by a double row of cobblestones running through the streets. It is a subtle reminder. You might be walking and suddenly realize you just crossed from east to west without even noticing. The Reichstag building, once burnt and abandoned, now houses the parliament. It has a glass dome on top, allowing citizens to walk above the politicians. It symbolizes transparency, a direct contrast to the secrecy of the past. Checkpoint Charlie, once the tense standoff point for tanks, is now a tourist attraction. Actors pose as soldiers. It feels surreal to take selfies in a place where the world almost ended in nuclear war. The city has rebuilt its cultural treasures too. Museum Island, heavily damaged in the war, has been lovingly restored. It holds history from Babylon to Egypt, proving that Berlin is a custodian of world heritage. The vibe of modern Berlin is freedom. Poor but sexy, the former mayor once called it. It doesn't care about showing off wealth like other capitals. It cares about expression, individuality, and living life on your own terms. The transformation of Berlin is not just physical, it is psychological. A city that was the headquarters of terror is now a global capital of tolerance. It shows that walls, no matter how high, cannot separate us forever. History is written in the streets here. Every corner tells a story of destruction and rebirth. Berlin wears its scars with pride, teaching us that we can always rebuild, no matter how broken things seem. From the gray concrete of division to the colorful graffiti of unity, Berlin is the ultimate comeback city. And the wall, it is now just a souvenir sold in gift shops, a piece of concrete that lost its power. Don't forget to subscribe to Biographies Repo for more amazing stories of transformation from around the world.